Let's talk about DAWs. A DAW, or a Digital Audio Workstation, is a software application that is used to record, edit, and produce audio. In an increasingly digital age, DAWs have slowly become the preferred way to edit music. For one, they are much more accessible and cheap for artists to use compared to renting out studio time and professional musicians. Given time and dedication, anyone can learn how to produce their own song. That's why they have become such a popular choice for veteran musicians. Some popular DAWs include Pro Tools, FL Studio, Reaper, and Logic Pro. For the past years, I have been using Logic Pro X. We'll be going over the very basics of this program in order to get a better understanding of how DAWs work.
Alright, so here we are. This is the screen that immediately pops up when we open a new Logic file. And as you can see, we have different options for creating a new track. So for Logic, there is a variety of different types of tracks that we can choose from. And so for here, we can start off with a software instrument. And what that essentially means is that there is MIDI built into the program that we can literally edit with our mouse and keyboard and literally input digital notes so that we won't have to worry about, having like live drums, live guitar, live orchestras, for example. We can literally get digital instruments from Logic Pro and put it onto the project. So that's software instrument. External MIDI. So if we have a MIDI file that is outside of Logic Pro, we can literally put it onto the project and then assign it to any digital instrument. So a MIDI file will have a certain set of notes and rhythms onto it. So we can put the external MIDI onto a track and then assign it an instrument, and boom, that instrument will play the notes and rhythms on the external MIDI. So audio, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's an audio file. So we use this track to record. And you see right here, I've got my trusty good old SM57 microphone. I've got my Focusrite Scarlett audio interface. Can't go wrong with it. So I have this plugged in to there using an XLR cable, and this Scarlett interface is going into the computer using a USB. Now, if you remember from my earlier episodes how microphones work, it's sound energy into electrical energy. So that's exactly what's going on here, and we can do this with the audio track type. Now, guitar and bass, what this does, it's really cool. So if you, excuse the mess, by the way, if you have a electric guitar or a bass, you can literally have your instrument, get a USB, not a USB cable, quarter-inch cable, like this one that I have plugged into my amplifier, and you can literally plug it into the interface so that you can record guitar directly onto Logic. And a drummer is essentially what it does is that it has an automated drummer that goes along with the tempo set in the track and sets it up for you. All right, so let's go through these track types one at a time. So we've got software instrument. Let's create a track like that. So it will automatically create an electric piano. And if you go to Window, musical typing, you can literally play the instrument right here. So we've got an F major 7. So you can literally play it using musical typing to see what it sounds like. All right, so if we add another track, let's do, so obviously we can't do external MIDI because I don't have a MIDI file to show y'all. So we're gonna be skipping over that one for now. Audio, so as you can see, we have a little bar going on. So because this microphone is connected to this computer, we can literally play sound. So how about I record something? All right. There is a house in New Orleans, and they call it the Rising Sun. Thank you, I'll be here all night. So, here, let's play that back now. There is a house in New Orleans, and they call it the Rising Sun. Now, we could have adjusted the gain here, so that, you know, it would have peaked a little less. And also, we could have used a condenser microphone instead of a dynamic microphone that we have right here. If you remember from my earlier episode, that condenser microphones are really good with vocals. But I get ahead of myself. So then guitar and bass, it literally assigns an amplifier. So if I had a guitar, I could literally put it connected to here and then there, and then it would play this tone. But moving on, here we got the drummer, and it will literally create like a little drummer guy right here. And let's see what this guy sounds like. Bop, bop. Okay, so, and you can even adjust like how the drummer is playing. So if you want him loud and simple, you can do it like this, and it'll sound like this. However, if you want it like the opposite, complex yet soft, the drummer will sound like this. And there's a variety of different drummers you can choose from here, and you can really go crazy with all the options have. And you can even change the tempo so that the drummer can play faster or slower. You can change the time signature, so you can play in 3/4, 6/8, 7/4, so on and so forth. And you can even change the key. So changing the key is actually really cool, because say you want to do something in where's G major? G major. So if you more into like classical music, or if you prefer doing sheet music, something cool you can do here is that, oh, and by the way, this is your toolbar. You can create tracks from here and do a variety of different things, but for now we're just gonna use the pencil tool. You can create a new track, and sure enough, you can do score, and you can literally create a whole score through Logic Pro. And this is great if you want to do orchestral work, if you want to do horn ensembles, even choral work, because that's a thing in Logic Pro. So these are the very basics when it comes to track types, and I could literally nerd on about everything that this program has to offer, but I hope with these very basics you're able to create new tracks, you're able to at least get a song idea going, and then you're able to explore Logic more and more and use its components to its fullest capabilities. So to show what you can do, here is an abstract work that I created using a variety of different sounds. Here it is.